Bill C71 will allow the Trudeau government to retroactively give an unknown number of people and their extended families Canadian citizenship. Bill C71 to pack in new votes. Bill C63 to punish silence people critical of Trudeau. That's the online censorship bill, C63. Here, Bill C71.
For a long time now, daring to ask a question about how immigration policy affects Canada, daring to criticize the Liberal status quo on immigration has gotten you smeared, labeled, name-called, fingers pointing in your face, people questioning whether you have compassion or concern for people of all sorts of different backgrounds and cultures. The reality is that they can finger point all they want. They can do all the name-calling they want. They can do all the smearing they like. The reality is that we have a very specific purpose when we enter this House of Commons, which is to ask the fundamental question of what is best for Canada. In order to apply that lens to Bill C71, we would need those three critical pieces of information. Number one, how many people are entering the country? Number two, are there appropriate vetting mechanisms in place and background checks? And number three, what is the impact that increasing the population even further will have on our economy? By not answering these questions, I have a very hard time understanding how any member in this House can say that this legislation is complete and deserving of a vote.
This is the guy, this is what he's doing right now. This is the guy, he's headed for a historic loss, for to totally burn down his own party. He's headed for a historic loss, what will be a humiliating loss in the next election. And he knows very well this is all about immigration. Mass immigration affects everything in the country, in any country. It affects inflation, it affects housing, healthcare, infrastructure, everything. Right? How many cops do you have per thousand? How many nurses do you have per thousand? How many doctors? It affects everything. It affects your quality of life in every way. And yet he's insisting on this mass immigration still. Look, he's a disaster politically. His political future is in tatters. He's burning down his own country. And still he's insisting on this. Bill C71, wanting to pass it without knowing how many more newcomers it will bring into Canada, without proper criminal background checks and without studying the economic impact. Like, we're not talking about normal immigration here. We're talking about 1.5 million people a year. We're talking about mass immigration. We're talking about the highest per capita immigration in the world, in the entire world. It has destroyed him politically. And yet he insists, he continues on. Now we have Bill C71 to bring in an unknown number. Mass is more. Now, who is he serving? He's not serving Canadians. He's not even serving his own MPs, his own party. He's serving something else. He's serving globalism, obviously, right? He's serving globalist interests, obviously. This is not sane. If you are concerned, first off, with the well-being of your own citizens of your own country and your political career, there's nothing sane about this. It's bizarre, in fact. It only makes sense if he's not operating by the normal standards, by the normal parameters, normal goals of a Canadian prime minister. It only makes sense if he's serving some other master. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.